So my name is Lars Oddson. I'm Director of Research at Sister Kenny Rehabilitation Institute in Minneapolis. And here we work with a number of different technology development projects and research and development, including various rehabilitation technologies. And I'm also co-founder of a small startup called RX Function, and we're working with the Walk-a-Sense device in that environment.
What is Walk-a-Sense?
Walk-a-Sense is a wearable balance prosthetic device that helps individuals improve their mobility and balance. It provides vibrations to the lower part of the leg in directions that are specific to how the person is moving.
Who is Walk-a-Sense for?
Walk-a-Sense is intended for patients who are at-risk fallers. That could be a large population of elderly individuals who have various balance problems, specifically if they've lost their foot pressure sensations due to peripheral neuropathy, for example. This device will measure their foot pressure and provide that information to them as vibrations that gives cues about balance.
How do Walk-a-Sense work?
The Walk-a-Sense work with an insert, like a foot sole insert, that measures foot pressure, and is a fabric-based sensor that you have inside the shoe or in the sock. And it measures the foot pressure, provides that information into a microprocessor, small computer with a battery and small vibrator motors that go around the lower leg. And when you change your foot pressure during standing and walking, the vibrators will vibrate in a pattern that reflects those changes. So it gives you cues about balance, directional to how you're moving.
Is there any evidence that Walk-a-Sense work?
Yes, we have some initial small clinical testing that has been very encouraging. At the University of Buffalo, there was a small clinical trial using at-risk fallers who were chosen because they had a low dynamic gait index. And that's a measure of their quality of gait and balance function that therapists commonly use to assess function in the clinical environment. And these patients went through this protocol with the device on or off. And it turns out that after 15 minutes of training or so with this device, they improved their scores to a point where they would be considered non-fallers or have a very low risk of falling, which was very exciting to us.
How was Walk-a-Sense invented, and how long has this taken?
I'm one of two inventors of the Walk-a-Sense device. A grad student of mine, Dr. Peter Meyer, and I invented this at Boston University's Neuromuscular Research Center about 10 years ago. It's been a long, slow process. And after that, we had several development projects improving first on the device, which initially was something you could only stand on and not walk around with because we used a PC to do all these calculations. But now the device and the technology has gone so far as you can wear it and have several days of battery power inside it.
What do patients or users say about Walk-a-Sense?
Yeah, that's the exciting part as well. They really don't want to take it off. And this is somewhat anecdotal. We don't have any larger clinical testing yet. We will be pursuing more of that testing as we go forward. But patients are really positive to this. They learn how to use this information and they feel that it helps them and it becomes an additional balance sense that they didn't have before. So they feel safer and they essentially want to bring it home, but it's not on the market yet.
What else can one do to help reduce the risk of falling?
Well, a good therapist can do quite a lot of things, and the typical thing would be some form of balance training and intervention, which involves physical training. It could be physical therapy, it could be Tai Chi, for example, and there are several evidence-based programs that we have also developed that shows that you can improve balance in both elderly healthy individuals as well as elderly fallers and improve their balance. And that would be a typical thing to do. This we see as something that adds to the arsenal of what a therapist and a clinician can do for their patients to provide a real-time wearable balance prosthetic device, in addition to other things that also should be done to decrease the risk of falls.
Dr. Oddson, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you.